Welcome back to Jersey Matters. New Jersey was recently named one of the top bike-friendly states in the country. Our next guest takes some issue with that finding. Cyndi Steiner is the executive director of the New Jersey Bike and Walk Coalition.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So are we not bike-friendly?
We have a long way to go. We're making progress, but the state has a long way to go. A lot of the ranking is based on policy that we have on paper, but we have a long way to go in actually executing on that policy.
So what would you like to see happen? How do we officially make it into the top 10?
How do we officially make it in the top 10? We need to see more towns actually implementing both their complete streets policies and their bike and pedestrian plans so that we see more safe street infrastructure for bike riders and for pedestrians. Things like bike lanes, bump outs, more robust crosswalks, lane narrowing, road diets. These are all things that calm traffic and reduce our high pedestrian and bike rider fatality rates.
You had a list, bike sharing programs? Or also would be a part of that?
Sure.
Yeah, and bike lanes, it's interesting. Every time you put a bike lane into a municipality, there are complaints. There's complaints by drivers.
Right.
Do you understand those complaints?
To some degree, I don't know that I understand them. A lot of them are not necessarily valid, like the perception that a bike lane causes traffic. Bike lanes actually force drivers to slow down, and they're a fantastic traffic calming or speed calming device. And we look for speed calming because speed is what causes crashes and causes fatalities. So when drivers complain that they now have to go slower through a town, that's actually a good thing because what it really means is we're going to reduce the number of crashes and fatalities in that town.
Have bike lanes done that? Has it reduced the number of crashes and fatalities in a town?
Across the country, when you look at the statistics, you can positively point to reduced crashes. And a very good example is the one we all use is the 9th Avenue in New York City, which was the nation's first parking protected bike lane. And the number of crashes dropped by over half when that was first implemented. And when crashes drop, we're talking about not just crashes that involve bike riders and pedestrians, but crashes that involved just driver on driver are reduced because of the overall speed calming effects.
When they reopen the Goethals Bridge, there's going to be a bike and walking lane.
Right.
You have to be excited about that.
Absolutely. There's a lot of people excited about it. To go from Staten Island to Elizabeth or the other direction, a shared use path, and it will connect with the Elizabeth River Trail and take you right into the city of Elizabeth, which is another fantastic piece of that.
These things sound great in theory. It does. Who would be against something like that? Are they used?
They're very much used, and they're used for not only recreation, but for transportation. We like the adage, if you build it, they will come. So if you put these facilities in, people will start to use them for recreation on the weekends with their families and their children, and then also as a way to get to work. We all know what kind of traffic we sit in here in New Jersey. We know the issues with New Jersey Transit. We know what the Parkway looks like and the Turnpike looks like in the morning. But if you could ride your bike to reach either transit or reach where you work, you save a lot of time, and you also get your daily exercise in.
Do you have analytics on this? I mean, how many people drive back and forth to work on bikes in New Jersey?
It's hard to capture those numbers because the surveys, the American Community Survey, only captures one mode of transportation, and if you ride your bike to the train station, you'll likely put down train, even though you rode your bike to get there. So the numbers of people who actually commute by bike solely is around 0.3% in New Jersey. And that is an indication that our roads are just not safe enough for most people to feel comfortable doing
Sadly,
it.
probably the only time I do ride my bike is when I come down the Jersey Shore and do so on the boardwalk with, I guess, everybody else that goes down the Jersey Shore. I'd like to use it more. Cyndi Steiner is the executive director of the New Jersey Bike and Walk Coalition. Jersey Matters continues right after this. Still to come on Jersey Matters, out of the kindness of some people's hearts, a necessity is given to mothers in New Jersey who otherwise couldn't afford it. We'll explain when Jersey Matters continues.